right. Got a thumbnail pose in this morning.
Bet y'all thought I didn't drink coffee. What's up?
Good morning.
I start this one off a lot different than another one because I'm tired at the end of the other ones. Or at the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Probably so.
Well, I'm tired now, but different kind of tired.
Different kind of tired.
Like didn't sleep good kind of tired. But I'll be okay after I get my cup of coffee going.
Get your cup of coffee going.
And there's not many people on here yet, but by the time they do get on here, I'll be finished drinking my coffee because I bet I'm one of the fastest coffee drinkers on the earth.
Yeah, you drink pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Really fast.
And don't be surprised if Jason has to go to the restroom because he has to urinate as soon as he drinks his coffee.
Oh Lord!
It goes through him like I'm not even gonna try to say it. There was a guy that he used to work with that had a saying.
He always had a saying with everything.
But I always try to say it.
And I can't even remember half of them.
But it never turns out right.
It never turns out right.
So what are y'all doing this morning?
Hope you're having a lovely Saturday morning is what I'm hoping.
Well, I bet they're having their coffee with the Smiths, aka Cogs.
Yeah, I was thinking about calling this one Coffee with the Cogs, and then somebody said, "Well, your last name's not Cog."
Yes, some people still have questions about why are we called Cog Hill Farm, and I think that would be kind of confusing, especially new followers. Mm-hmm. They don't know why we're called Cog.
Yeah.
Gidget knows, but nobody else does. So I was going to say earlier when we were sitting here getting ready, if we'll be real quiet, you can hear the roosters crowing.
Yeah, you can.
But if you be real quiet, you can hear Gidget barking.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the way it turned into.
That's the way it turned into.
So, what are y'all's plans for today? Is it going to rain? Is it going to snow? I don't think it's going to snow because I saw that the last 4 days have been the hottest days on Earth. And that was
that was a clickbait title.
That was so wrong. And I'm talking about really, really wrong.
What did it? They said that they hadn't been taking this measurement until 1979 or something.
I'm like, that's not even as old as I am.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't start keeping records after Brooke was born and say it's the hottest days on Earth.
Yeah, they should have said the hottest days
recorded since 1979.
Yeah, but that
be truthful.
But you wouldn't have clicked on it.
Well, I didn't click on it. It was on the television.
I was on television. That's
it was on the news.
It's been hot though.
It has been hot, yeah. and they did show the different points in the United States, and nobody was cold.
Right.
But I mean, I'm sure that's happened before.
Sure it is.
It's not like it's some earth-shattering news. Yeah, we're hotter, but
since 1979.
I don't like clickbait. But this coffee ain't no clickbait.
It's good, ain't it?
And I know y'all are gonna say, "Where'd you get that cup?" Where'd you get that cup? Nick and Zoe from Chestnut Hills gifted us these cups. There's more than one. Years ago.
Yeah.
So reach out to Nick and Zoe.
I saw them on here.
And ask them where they got these cups.
Oh me.
But I use my cup that Nick and Zoe gave us every morning.
Yeah. And we had somebody. It's on the bottom. I'm not going to read it.
They were from Canada.
Yeah.
That made us that cup.
Mm-hmm.
And I broke mine.
Unfortunately.
I broke mine, and I could have cried. But I didn't break Jason's. Thankfully. So
it's 64 in Michigan. I saw somebody say that. That'd be nice here.
Don't worry, because it's gonna heat up because it's the hottest day on the earth.
It's around I don't know, probably 81, 82 maybe here.
Is it that warm?
I would think so.
Huh.
I have to go look and see.
Well, it's gonna warm up and it's gonna rain maybe tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
It rained here yesterday afternoon.
We got 0.2 of an inch yesterday.
Okay, so back it up to
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we were on and on about how we hadn't had any rain and how there was some storm clouds moving in and it may rain, but it's probably going to miss us. Y'all, we got over 3 inches of rain
We did.
Tuesday after the live.
We needed it.
We did need it, but I'm
Bad.
talking about it. It got kind of to the point where I was like, is it going to stop? Because there was a lot of water.
We needed it bad. I don't know how. We probably have had, I'd have to go back and look, but this has been a very, 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 very dry year this year for us. Extremely dry. I will say this so much so that even though I've been watering the garden, there's a difference between rainwater and your regular old water you get out of your spigot, and it's still, my garden is declining pretty bad.
So much so that you came in with bucket after bucket after bucket of tomato the other day that weren't to the point where we like to pick them, because you thought we may lose them.
I thought I may lose them. Yeah. So the lack of rain has really, really, really been tough here. Really has.
So before I forget, this was going to be a quick live, but I keep thinking of things. So before I forget, we planted peas, but they aren't ready yet. Yeah. And so I have had the biggest desire for fresh peas. Mm-hmm. And so I asked a farmer's market that I frequent, and they said that it was probably going to be another week or so. Well, I couldn't wait another week or so. So I went to another farmer's market, and they had loads of peas in their refrigerator or cooler or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they were packed up in these little quart bags and then gallon bags. Mm-hmm. Well, I grabbed a quart bag, and then I saw the gallon bag, and I thought, well, I'll just get this gallon bag. So I got the gallon bag, and I went up to the register, and it said $9.99 a pound. Well, I know how much $9.99 a pound is, but these peas felt, they were in a gallon bag. Couldn't have been that much, right? So I get up there, and she rings them up, and she said $57. And I must have coughed or something in the meantime, because I said, how much did you say? And she said $57. Well, I am not one to complain about prices whatsoever, because I know the work and the effort that goes into things, but I wasn't expecting those peas to weigh as much as what they did.
Right.
So that means I had 5 pounds of peas.
Right.
And I said, would it be a big deal if I swapped this bag out for the smaller bag? Mm-hmm. And I did, and the price went down dramatically. But I wanted to say that those fresh peas were out of this world.
Yeah, they were so good.
So much so that I think I'm going to have to splurge and buy another bag before ours get ready.
Yeah, ours aren't near ready yet. But
they're coming along.
They are coming along.
I looked at them yesterday, and they're coming along. The rain has helped.
It has helped.
But
and they're very drought tolerant. That's the good thing about the peas. They're actually not on irrigation, but I actually got some drip tape in from Hoss here recently, so I'm going to put them on drip, because once they start getting really big,
they'll need that water.
They're going to need more water.
They're going to need more water. Yep. But I got a taste for those fresh peas again, and I just cooked them.
Yeah, they were delicious.
Mary Carl said, Mama, oh my gracious, these peas are so good, because we've been cooking dried beans while there hasn't been fresh ones available, and it's a world of difference. But these were what were they, field peas or pink?
They're all field peas, but they look like pink eye purple hulls.
I don't believe I saw a notification of what type they were. It just said peas. Mm-hmm. And I didn't care. I just wanted some peas.
Right.
But
yeah, they were good. They were real good.
There must not be a very good year, because I know that the price per bushel is higher than what it has been in years past.
Probably because of the lack of rain.
Probably. But I saw some. I know what a bushel is when it's not shelled, but I don't know what a bushel is when it's shelled.
Yeah.
But I saw some from a farm that was not a big name, and they had them for $40 shelled a bushel. Shelled a bushel, and wow. I think that's probably a good many peas.
Yeah, it is a good many peas.
So I'm thinking about heading over and picking some of those up.
And we got a Schiller if we find
Well, it
some
was
cheaper too.
only $5 difference between
Oh,
shelled and not
yeah,
shelled.
I'd pay the $5.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't even mention the unshelled bushel, because $5, it's really worth it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Plus their Schiller is a lot different than the one I have, I'm sure.
So that led me to coffee,
Yeah,
talking about the peas and
right.
the pricing and the what goes into it and this, that, and the other. If y'all didn't see Jason's video from yesterday, you should go check it out.
Hmm.
Because why?
Because we went and visited our buddy Ryan Bergeron at Revival Coffee Company, who is doing our coffee for us. He's in from my hometown, Selma, and it is. I don't know how much footage I had of the whole coffee thing, but I condensed it down, and because you can tell that's his passion, because he gets on coffee and man, he'll just tell you things that just blow your mind, and he gets so excited. He gets really excited when it comes to the coffee. And
He's like me, Carl, talking about birds.
exactly, exactly.
He knows his stuff.
And he actually wanted to be on the live today, but y'all, he is. We told him not to, but he's so excited. We've had 2 days where we've announced the coffee, and the first day he stayed up to 1 a.m. Getting orders ready, and then I don't know how late he stayed up last night getting orders ready.
Okay, and here's the deal. If
So
you didn't
I
watch
got a
the video,
clue.
by getting orders ready, what we mean is the coffee beans come in green to him in these big, humongous sacks. Do you
Yeah.
have that sack up here?
It's downstairs.
They come in green in these big, humongous sacks. And Ryan goes through the process of roasting it when he gets an order.
Yeah.
These aren't beans that are sitting around roasted, waiting
No,
on an order. He's roasting them as the orders come in.
That's right.
And he explained to us about the freshness of coffee, which I did. I mean, I knew that probably the freshness made a difference, but that's why his coffee is so good, is because it's freshly roasted.
Yeah, it's if you watch the video, you can see it. It's just amazing. It's a one-man operation. Except he sent me a picture yesterday and said they had the boss lady over there with him, and his wife was over there helping him. So,
and I don't think that you said this part, but
yeah.
Ryan is actually Piper, Mary Carl's little redheaded friend.
I didn't say that.
Uncle.
Yep.
So Ryan's wife and Piper's daddy are brother and sister.
Yep.
So, you know, it's like we really know these people. We know that we're helping good people, and then they're helping good people. Yeah. And it's just on down the line.
It really is. It's just amazing, the whole thing. And it's all just a test run, honestly. We started coming up with this, I don't know how long ago.
Well, it was when we were at Universal Studios.
Yep. Well, it was kind of before we went.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was a couple of weeks before. Yeah. So
yeah.
Probably April is when the idea started popping around. And it's been a long process to get all the kinks worked out and to get to this point, and they're still being worked out.
So we've had just a few kinks, which I knew it would be, and I've been behind the scenes scrambling. Ryan and Jacqueline, y'all know Jacqueline. We all been behind the scenes scrambling and trying to make it go as smooth as possible. We've had some hiccups, but nothing major.
Nothing we couldn't handle. I say we, nothing y'all couldn't handle.
But it is going really, 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 really good right now. And we had I meant to put my phone on do not disturb and forgot. There was a lot of questions you guys are asking about it. Are we going to do K-cups? Are we going to do different? Well, we wanted just to start it off just really small, make sure it was going to work, make sure it went smooth, make sure you guys like it and everything is working out. And then we'll kind of expand.
Why don't you put the link to the coffee on here while we're...
It's on our website.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Put the link to the website so that way.
Okay.
We can't see y'all, but y'all can see us. Jason's going to put the link where you can purchase the coffee, because I've seen some people say, where do you buy it? and it's on our website, which is www.cogkillfarm.com. But it's the first thing when you go on our website, you'll be able to see it and order it and have it shipped directly from Revival Coffee, where it's roasted to your home, to your front door.
But we do plan on it. I mean, if it works out, we we have a lot of ideas behind the scenes. This would be our goal is to make, not, or Ryan do it, is like different flavors, like a moody morning blend with moody, and just have the animals and
Perky peaches and
just different things like that. And we also would like to do a subscription service. Would be the other thing is that, we'll figure out what bags they are and all that kind of good stuff. And
so I've answered a lot of people that have said, what about K-Cups? What about K-Cups? And Jason mentioned that a minute ago. And I don't know if people that have these K-Cup machines are even aware that they make a refillable K-Cup.
Yeah, they do.
And y'all, you can put anybody's coffee in it and use that refillable K-Cup without buying a K-Cup.
Right.
So, I mean, they're available everywhere. Big box stores have refillable K-Cups. I looked on Amazon. I've sent several people links to ones that are on Amazon. They're relatively inexpensive, but it works just like a K-Cup.
Yep.
You put your coffee in there and you put it in your K-Cup thing and it makes your coffee.
Yep.
So until we cross that bridge, that's an option for you if you want to just try the coffee.
And Jacqueline late last night said that she was going to, she was busy, but she was going to try to put a link or to the K-Cup adapter on the coffee site. So I don't know if she had time to do that late last night or not. But if not, that will be up there too. So
we'll let her slide because she's been very busy lately.
She has been very busy lately.
And y'all don't realize how much it goes on behind the scenes to make this work, because
it's crazy.
Well, not to say it's been a headache, but it's been a good headache to try to get it going and up and, well, I'll hush.
Yeah. Also, I see lots of questions. Is it whole bean or ground? It's both. You can order it either way. Either way.
Guess what? I didn't want to do this because I know there's a dribble, but I'm finished with my coffee. I'm the fastest coffee drinker in the land. And I do only drink 1 cup a day.
Yep.
But I'm thinking that I'm going to figure out how to turn this into cold brew so I can have it in the afternoon when it's really hot outside.
That's right. I would say this. The response has been unbelievable. I do want to tell you guys, thank you so much. It's just kind of blown us away.
It's Ryan's passion.
It is.
And it's really good coffee. We don't try to promote things that we don't believe in, that we don't like ourselves. And I feel like I want this to work for everybody. If you guys enjoy it, then it'll help Ryan, it'll help us. Everybody can win.
Right. Yeah, it's I've been blown away. I say this. I've just been blown away by you guys. Just unreal. Unreal. And we've been talking about, it's just kind of crazy that it's all worked out. We've been talking about probably doing a morning live and on probably Saturday, because this is the only day that a video don't drop.
Well, it's the only day the video doesn't drop, and I feel like I'm not saying this. Never mind.
Okay.
I was gonna say we don't have anything to do on Saturday, but that was a flat lie. Well, but I think probably initially when we were thinking about 2 lives, we might have thought we didn't have stuff to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all, if I'm involved, Jason doesn't have to worry about if we're going to have something to talk about. Gidget either.
Well, I also thought about maybe we could do Saturdays too to answer a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I thought that because our other live, we just kind of talk about what's going on, what's happened, tell some stories, and we do answer a few questions here and there. Well, but this one, I thought we may answer a little more questions and questions we see pop up all the time throughout the week too.
And a lot of people's
And
lives are strictly reading questions, and we just don't tend to do that.
oh
So
well, I, if you start reading questions, there'll be a big silent in there. We're trying to look at what you know what I mean.
I brought my glasses.
So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it all out. So we'll
Yeah, Tuesday
Yeah.
we kind of stay away from questions because we know if we start answering them, then we're not gonna be able to talk about what Brooke intends to talk about.
And I think what I'll do is I'll just start writing down questions throughout the week too.
Yeah.
And,
well, we
and
see
we'll
the
go over them.
same. We see a lot of
We
the
do.
same ones,
Yep.
and
We do.
we can address those as well as some that come in over and over.
Yeah, that's right. As a matter of fact, I saw one earlier that I wanted to answer, and somebody said that they just got them 8 cinnamon queen chickens, chicks, or chickens, and want to know if they were good layers.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
they're very good layers. You're gonna find that a cinnamon queen may not lay as long in their life as say a Rhode Island Red because it's a hybrid, but they're gonna be astronomical layers, and you're gonna be very pleased.
You're gonna have a lot of eggs
at the 5-month mark. It's gonna be like boom, 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 boom. I don't know how many they got, but they're gonna get all the eggs at one time.
Yep, you're gonna get a lot of eggs.
You'll be very happy.
During peak season, you're gonna get 8 eggs a day.
Did they have 8 chickens?
8. They bought 8.
Okay.
And then throughout the year, you're gonna average anywhere from 5 to 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna have a lot of eggs.
Depending on
how many eggs you eat too.
Well, not only that, but the weather. The heat, the daylight hours.
Yep.
A lot of that has to do with the laying cycle. Okay, so I cartoned eggs yesterday morning. Yeah. You brought them to me, and I cartoned them. And I don't know if you paid attention, but I think we got a couple of new layers.
The Easter eggers are laying.
Yeah, they are. We've showed y'all in the videos that one that's a beautiful greenish color, and we realized that Easter eggers can lay any color. It can even be a white egg. Yeah. It can be a brown egg. It can be blue, green, pink, whatever. But I'm seeing some that have a little slight blue tint, but they're really more white. I think that's gonna, that shade's gonna evolve as they get older. But yeah, they're definitely starting to lay.
Definitely starting to lay. I saw somebody else ask, "Would the coffee ship to Canada?" I'm almost positive Jacqueline has that set up.
We said we were going to look at that last night because somebody wanted to ship it to Europe.
Yeah, I think she's got it set up, but I just don't know how much it'll cost. I've seen some people ask about the shipping. The shipping is calculated by the post office. It's automatic, so it's no flat rate shipping. So me and Ryan were talking about it. It's crazy. I could ship something, and I guess it depends on how rural it is and all. I don't know, but I can ship something an hour and a half, 2 hours south of us, and then ship something to Arkansas when Arkansas was cheaper than south of us. So I don't know how all that works out, but it's calculated. It's no flat rate shipping. So
yeah, and we're not profiting on the shipping.
Right.
Shipping costs a lot of money. If you guys have shipped anything lately, it's not inexpensive to ship something, but it's got to get there. Right. So and then if you order multiple bags, it's not gonna like double your shipping cost. You're gonna pay by the weight, so it's probably only going to be just a little bit more if you buy multiple bags.
I know, it's just crazy how all that works out, but yeah. I see people asking about decaf. Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know on that aspect.
Well, like how in the world would Ryan be able to take the caffeine out of it?
It would have to be pre-bought decaffeinated.
Yeah, so he I don't know if he'd be.
I don't know yet. I don't know. That's something I'll have to ask him as it goes on down the road.
Right now, no decaf option.
Yep. Will it be sold in stores? Maybe local stores here, but that would be later on down the road. Yeah, it's a little bitty right now.
Cross that bridge when we get there. Yep. It probably will be to where we can take some with us to the event at Petals from the Past in September, and that way you wouldn't have to pay the shipping. But as for, we've got a couple of bags out on our stand.
We did put some out on our farm stand, And we also, I'm also going to talk to Jason at Pedals from the Past about putting some in the store too. So
Yeah. So, I mean,
yeah.
just baby steps right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a local market in Clanton that we like to frequent, and I may talk to her about
Yeah.
putting some in her store.
Right.
But I don't have time to travel all over and try to put coffee in stores. So for right now, it'll be shipped.
Yep. For right now.
I just, yeah, I don't need to elaborate.
Oh,
I just thought of something. I saw somebody said that it was a YouTube comment. They
Mhm.
said that we could have got friends to look for the pools for Gus and Loretta
Mhm.
rather than us buying the wrong one the first time.
Mhm.
And we could have taken a road trip to go visit our friend and pick it up. And I responded by, we don't have time for road trips.
Not really.
We don't have
Yeah.
time. Yeah, that was a mistake, but Jason was able to get it figured out. And yeah, road trips are out of the question right now.
Yeah, road trips are out of the question right now. What you got planned for today?
Mary Carl asked me that just a few minutes
Did
ago.
she?
She said, Mama, what are we doing today? And I said, I think I got a ceiling to tackle. A ceiling to tackle.
Yeah.
I was going to start working on it yesterday evening. You and Mary Carl had some TV to watch, and I thought, well, I can go work on the ceiling while they watch TV. But it's a 2-man job, I hate to tell you.
It is. It's a 2-man job. It'll go way faster with 2 people versus 1 because a ladder's involved, and going up and down the ladder to make cuts will take you all day.
So you know what I did instead?
What?
I washed clothes. And we're rooting for each other this morning. It may be the only thing we have clean. I don't know, but we're rooting for each other.
It's crazy we grabbed the same shirt.
It is. You didn't pick mine and I didn't pick yours.
Not at all. Oh, me.
So you want to take a few questions, or you just kind of...
How's Biscuit doing?
Ooh, y'all. So Biscuit, I went in Mary Carl's bathroom this morning, and she had tore toilet paper all off the roll, and her food and water is in the corner of the bathroom. But for some reason, she took that toilet paper and put it in the water.
Yeah.
So the water was all absorbed into the toilet paper in the food dish. I didn't ask her. I just got it out and filled up the water and moved the toilet paper. And this was all the way across the bathroom. She had to do some serious work to get that toilet paper in that water.
I can just visually see her little paws doing like this.
She's a mess. She's a mess. And
it is a girl.
It is a girl.
Okay.
She is, I probably shouldn't say this, but she's much more lovable than the boys in a totally different way. She's cuddly. She wants to be held. I don't know. The boys can't sit still for long enough. And maybe it's an age thing too.
Yeah, they're pretty rambunctious.
But
yeah.
She sits and she loves to be loved on.
Oh, Biscuit.
No gravy, no jam, no jelly. Just a plain biscuit.
Just a plain biscuit. Somebody said we need to set up a cat cam.
So she did that with the toilet paper this morning. But the other morning, she had taken the entire roll, and it looked like she had done like this.
That's what I was thinking about.
Well, I called you to come look because that the toilet paper room stays shut.
Pretty much stays shut.
Our bathroom.
Yeah.
But she had all that toilet paper made into what looked like a bed. And it was all piled up.
Even though she's got a cat bed in there.
She's got a cat bed. And Jason saw Bramble and Sylvester cuddled up against each other in a laundry basket yesterday.
They were cuddled up with each other, dead asleep.
I think one can't do without the other.
They are like this. They really are. They are like 2 peas in a pod. I'm telling y'all.
That's biscuit and gravy, which there's not going to be any gravy.
Oh, that's funny.
And to think that Catherine thought, well, she had a reason to think that, because when we went and picked up Biscuit, she was just
Yeah.
like that through
Yeah.
her cage,
Yeah.
and Catherine was convinced that she was feral,
Right.
because she couldn't catch her. She had to use a trap to get her in, to lure her in. But yeah, she's not feral.
She's not feral.
She's not feral.
She
but
was just scared, I think.
she was scared, and she probably had good reason, because
Yep.
Catherine and her family has over 100 acres. And can you imagine being a kitten that little in the middle of 100 acres? I don't know how she got there.
I don't either.
But Sarah Blair,
Mm-hmm.
who is Big Family Small Farm's oldest daughter, used to work at a vet. And she told us that sometimes the mama cat will take a female kitten and take her a long way away and drop her off. And what was the reason? Do you remember? Because she couldn't take care of her, because she was the weakest or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And maybe that's what happened, or maybe somebody threw her out the window. I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm trying to think the best scenario.
Yeah.
She was skin and bones.
She was.
And we're at least 10 days in, and she's doing much better.
Mm-hmm.
Much better. We took it slow with food to try to get her, not sick. When she started eating, I didn't want to make her sick from going from no eating to. So anyway.
Yeah, she was. I didn't think she was gonna make it.
I was very scared. I went in the bathroom the next morning, and she was in the carrier with the door open, and I just knew she wasn't alive. But she did. Somebody
said, "How about a butter?"
No butter. I can't do this anymore. I really can't. But I'm thinking about, and I hadn't even told you this.
Uh-oh.
This has nothing to do with a live animal. Well, it does, but not getting one. I'm thinking about making me a kitty city in my barn, and I'm going to make all these things that go like this on the walls and platforms and jungles and kitty city. For the 3 kitties that already exist. No new kitties.
No new ones.
Kitty city.
That's funny. That is funny. I do want to answer some questions that have been popping up.
I'm going to hush.
And that is, how's the pond? The pond is, we ain't had any rain. We haven't had any rain. And like we explained before in the past, we didn't hit water with the pond. So it's called a runoff pond is what they call it around here. Some people call it something else too. I forget what it's called, but
a mud hole.
We need the rain. We need the rain. But I will say this. It hasn't fluctuated.
No, it's holding water.
It is holding water. We just so the ground is getting saturated. And the way those ponds work is the ground has to go so far to get saturated and it'll hold water. So if you don't have any rain, the water will just, drain out. And but it's getting there. It's getting there.
Well, water can't help but evaporate. When it's been as hot as it has, water is going to evaporate. But it's not that it's going into the ground and disappearing. It's just a minimal evaporation. And then when it rains, it comes back.
Yep. But it has not fluctuated much at all.
No, but
that lack of rain we had, which that is a good sign.
That 3 inches that we got the other day was really beneficial.
It was really beneficial.
Mary Carl's got a little
kayak,
and it's in the middle of the pond
because
it rained so much that it came off the bank into the middle. So Rocky and Bandit are going to go out there and get it for
her. But it's got another good 10 foot or so.
Oh yeah. It does. And, there's forecasted rain for tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday. And if it continues like it is, we're going to have a pond.
Yes.
And so we're going to eventually work on a way to supplement the water to keep the level. Once it does get full, we can't fill a pond up with a ram pump, I don't think.
No, we've had a lot of people that have knowledge of the ram pump reach out to me and told me some things, and had several people that knew what they were talking about, that seen the videos and stuff, and told me that it would take me 100 foot of pipe in the creek itself to try to build up enough head pressure. And so we'll see. We'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured out at some point. But we are going to put where we can get water in there from the underground spring, and it'll just be a gentle.
Once it gets full.
Once it gets full,
this will just be to maintain the
Yep.
level. I don't think that we could possibly get the pond full by a dribble.
No, you could. It's just going to take a long time. So, anyways,
we're working on it.
And other questions I see recently is the tractor and the truck. How are the old tractor? Do I still have the old tractor? What about the old truck? The old tractor is still here. It's in the garage. I've had zero time to work on it. Zero. So it is what it is.
So Rocky and Bander are in mechanic school, and they're trying to learn how to work on carburetors so that they can get the tractor going.
That's it. We do need to order some tires for it, so remind me to do that this week, so I can get the tires on there, so we can get it to the barn and
get my parking spot back.
Get your parking spot back, and I'm going to try to start working on that. And the old truck is the Mr. Donnie, the young man, the 16-year-old that's working on it, is still working on it. I recently sent him transmission parts for it, and so he's working on sections at a time. He started off with the engine, then he's gone to brakes, and now he's gone to transmission and the rear end. And so that's where the old truck is.
It's still at Donnie's house.
Yes.
Which is in Selma.
That's right.
So eventually we'll have the old truck here. We'll have the tractor running. And what else? And the boys will be certified.
ASE certified.
Did you almost spit your coffee out?
No, I didn't. ASE certified.
ASE certified. They got to be good for something.
That's right.
I bought the boys a fan. Mm-hmm. We have overhead fans on the porch, but that's not like blowing directly on them.
Yeah.
So every time I go over to the new barn, Bandit comes with me every time. And I have a little box fan over there. Well, he gets so hot that I felt guilty, and I put the box fan on him instead of me.
Mm-hmm.
And he loves it. He dreams, he sleeps, he runs in his sleep, and I'd rather watch him sleep than I would me, benefit from the fan. Yep. So I thought, well, I need to get them a fan for the porch that blows directly on them. So we put those elevated beds like Peaches used to use, but she doesn't want it anymore, on the porch that breathe. And I bought the fan. It's one of the big metal ones that sit on the ground. And y'all, those boys, they love that fan. They love the fan. They both sleep in front of it.
Yep.
And then they get up and, they go do their thing, and they might get in the pond for a quick dip and come back and get in front of their fan. But a lot of questions have been about cutting their hair, and we don't want to do that simply because they are a double coat. And I have had a groomer tell me to not shave them, because somehow, some way, that coat helps to keep them cool.
That goes over my head, but that's what they said. Now, never say never. If they were to get mad or rose bush stuck in them or something like that, we may have to. But
fans are doing the trick.
Fans are doing the trick. Absolutely.
And they Bandit still comes to the barn with me, and he still steals my box fan.
Mm-hmm.
And he sleeps and he dreams and he runs, and he even turned over on his back with all four legs up in the air.
And y'all, it is so funny about him because they're still a puppy, and it's like they're not even 6 months old yet.
No,
but he probably weighs nearly 100 pounds.
Yeah.
And so, you think of a puppy, you're thinking of that little bitty old puppy.
A frail puppy in the bathroom.
Well, just not I'm just talking about a puppy in general. Yeah. Little bitty old puppy. And here you are, got this monster that's acting like a puppy, leaning over whatever. And it's just so funny because he's so big and clumsy.
I saw a comment about Sunny.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, Sunny, Jewel, and Foxy. My mama stole all three of them. I call the police and they won't do anything because they said as long as she's feeding them and taking care of them, then I can't have them back.
She didn't really call the police.
I didn't.
That was a joke.
But Sonny, Jewel, and Foxy stay in my mama's house. Foxy comes out at night. Jewel and Sonny continue to sleep.
Yeah.
But mama has those 3 dogs. They are fine. There is nothing wrong with them. We'll try to show them when they come out to potty, but that's rare.
Yeah. I will say this: if you're probably not seeing the dogs as much, it's because it's so hot. They're in the shade, or they're inside the house.
Even Holly wants to come back in.
Yeah, even Holly's coming back in during the day, or Holly's done found her a spot in the shade and is not running around. First thing in the morning, they'll play and run around because it's a little bit cooler.
Yeah,
but then
Foxy's still out when we go to feed.
Oh yeah,
Foxy's still out because Mama leaves her out during the night. But what is it? Is that Ryan?
Ryan's on here.
Ryan Bergeron. He's made an appearance.
He must have just woke up.
He probably hadn't went to bed. He probably hadn't went to bed.
Oh man.
So Ryan is on here, and Ryan is our coffee guy. And I say that Ryan's our friend. But back to Foxy. Yeah, she's up in the morning and she's outside running around, and it's so funny because Foxy is the boss.
Yeah, she is the boss.
Foxy is the boss. There's got to be a boss, okay? So sometimes Foxy comes out and she's wanting to play. She runs around and she plays with the boys, but sometimes she raises that lip up, and that means
she's done.
That means she has not had her coffee yet. And don't mess with her.
That's right. I can see Bandit and
Bandit and Holly
playing
and Rocky. There's Rocky. But Foxy's not playing with them right now. So she must have had a long night and hadn't had her coffee yet.
Probably so.
So there's our dog situation. I see a lot of comments about where are the dogs? Is there something wrong with the other dogs? There's nothing wrong with them.
They're staying cool.
I'm gonna go video my mama in a minute. She's probably still sleeping. And
don't do that.
I'm gonna video her and all the dogs in her house snoozing.
Ooh, don't do that.
Well, she didn't want to be on camera, so she'll never know, right?
Yeah, that's right.
She'll be snoozing.
Yep.
She wears a CPAP too, so.
Somebody said there was a mama sighting in the last video. It was.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I was videoing. It's just funny because I was talking about the tops.
To the pools,
the sandboxes, and had the camera set up, and I was in front of the garage, and your mama comes out the front door.
Out our front door?
Her front door.
Oh,
I was in front of the garage. She come out.
Oh, okay.
And I tried to crop it out because I didn't want her to be in it. She didn't want to be in it, and I couldn't crop it out. So it was a brief second there. Your mom comes out the front door. But she saw I was recording.
This never fails. This never fails. When she comes to our house, we're videoing.
Yeah, don't it though?
And she's like, "Oh, are y'all videoing?" And Jason's like, "It's okay. I can edit it out." But that's when she comes. Is when we're videoing, or she walks up outside and we're videoing, and she doesn't want to be on camera. So we get it.
We get it.
So that's why I'm going to go over there in a minute. Okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
That would be
that would be disrespectful to my mother.
But
I'm probably going to get some nasty comments about that.
But you can show the dogs though.
Sleeping?
Well,
they're sleeping.
I'll try to show them. Well, they don't. Sonny will every now and then come outside.
Jewel, not so much.
Jewel, not so much, yeah.
They're old, y'all. Those dogs, they're getting on up there.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember. Sonny, we got when Mary Carl was about 4.
Yeah.
She had been at the shelter for a year. So she's 10 years old.
Yeah, Sonny's up there.
And Jewel, we got when Mary Carl was 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jewel's old too. Jewel's a rescue too.
So 11.
And Sonny, the thing about Sonny was we wasn't wanting a dog, and we had a friend that runs a shelter or It's not a shelter. She runs a
rescue, but she
rescue.
was helping the shelter at the time.
She was, and they were, fixing to put Sonny down because they couldn't afford to feed it anymore.
She had been there 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady that kind of like funded the shelter more, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
would come and, well, she was the main contributor, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
She would come and get Sonny at the shelter and take her to the cemetery, which was a good walking spot.
That's right.
And walk Sonny with her because
Right.
she wanted, Sonny to have a home, but she couldn't take her.
Right.
And she was unlike me. She said no.
Mm-hmm.
I say yes to all those.
So we ended up and it was Christmas.
It was Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and Lynn told me, she said, Brooke, just come by the shelter, and I just want you to meet Sonny. Y'all know, you don't just meet an animal.
Right.
So I go and I meet Sonny. Sonny's on the couch at the animal shelter.
Mm-hmm.
They have a couch in the waiting area. Sonny was on that couch because she was so sweet and not a mean bone in her body. She could do that. So I grabbed a leash off the wall and they told me to walk her around outside. And that dog took off and it was like a great white shark with a bait behind her.
She wanted to go.
She pulled me and I thought, we can't have this dog. Mm-hmm. She's about to pull me down. But it was just, she needed exercise.
Yeah.
Because she'd been cooped up for so long. Sonny went home with me that day and never turned back.
And not only that, Sonny's a full-fledged mutt. I mean, who knows what all
one ear goes up and one ear goes down. Her hair is coarse.
Half her tongue is purple or black, and the other half's not. She's got no telling what all she's got in her. And y'all, our biggest fear with Sonny was that was she going to, kill the chickens
or the cats?
And y'all, nothing. She's not harmed anything. So.
She's like this with other animals.
Yep.
I mean, from day one, it was like she had been around them all her life.
Yeah, it really was.
And all of our dogs have been like that, except for Gidget, who stays inside, and Dixie, who stays inside.
Right. I heard somebody say, "Didn't your mama steal your cats too?"
Mm-mm. She didn't steal my cats.
Your other cats.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to avoid it. Because people keep saying that when my mama sees Biscuit, she's going to take her too. How many cats does mama have? Mort, Sassy.
Mort was ours.
Angora.
Sassy was ours. Angora was ours.
And Miss Beasley. So it's only 4. She could certainly have a few more.
Miss Beasley was hers. Yep.
But Miss Beasley came up in our backyard at our old house at this tiny meow, meow. And she has 5 toes, so she's that Hemingway cat.
Yep.
We don't know where she came from. That was the only stray animal that ever came up at that old place, and she had to keep her.
And she was not tame.
Angora was ours. She stole her. Mort was ours. She stole her. And Sassy Man was our barn cat, and she stole him.
Oh, me.
She's not stealing my kitties, because I'm going to build a kitty city in the barn for my kitties.
Hands off.
Hands off my kitties.
Hands off the kitties.
Those are my kitties.
Yep.
I'm going to put a collar on them with a tag that says Brooks Kitties.
And she's tried Tucker and Pink.
Oh, she's tried. But Pink, look. When we lived at the old house, at the old farm, Pink lived in the barn, as y'all know. She's a barn cat. She doesn't want to, or either she would be down in a tree stump in a hole. She is independent. She does not care about other kitties. She loves people. Mama decided that Pink was so sweet, she needed to come to her house. Mama walked Pink up the road, and that was a pretty good trek at the old place. Right. The driveway went uphill. She got Pink up to her house and let her down in her house, and Pink was like, pew, 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 pew. She was not going to stay in that house.
Not going to stay in the house.
So she ended up accidentally like opening and cracking the door, and Pink went back to the barn and never batted an eye.
Tucker too.
Tucker just wants us. Tucker knows she's our cat. One time when we lived at the old house, Tucker came up missing for about 4 days. Yeah. And we thought Tucker was gone. We didn't know what happened. And only thing we can figure is Tucker loved to get in the bed of the truck. The only thing we can figure is Tucker hitched a ride to town with Jason on the way to work, because when she got back, she was skin and bones.
Yeah, she got back.
It was like 4 or 5 days later.
It was.
We were so happy to see her.
So happy to see her.
And not that we ever knew she was in the truck, but that's the only thing we could figure.
That's the only thing we can figure. I mean, she was missing for
a week. It was a week.
At least a week.
So yeah, Tucker's got 9 lives, and they're old too.
They are old.
They are old. Tucker's at least 10, and we got Pink before Tucker, didn't we? Or did we get Pink?
No, we got Tucker first.
And we got Pink.
Then we got Pink second.
I got a email from the vet this past week, and it said, "Happy birthday, Tucker." And I was like, "Oh, it's Tucker's birthday." And it was a vet that I don't use very often. And I said, "We got to have a party for Tucker." And Mary Carl looked at me and she said, "Mama, I bet that was the horse we had named Tucker."
I bet it was.
And then I figured out it wasn't Tucker's birthday.
I bet you're right. The funny thing about Tucker is she stays here around the house, or she'll follow us when we go somewhere.
She's been to the barn several times.
The boys will lay on the front porch up here, and we got the rocking chairs, and Tucker lays on a rocking chair, and on the side porch over here, and I've gotten a picture of it, and that is, you'll see both boys, you'll see Tucker, they're all laying down in a little group circle in Holly. And Tucker just acts like she's one of the dogs. I mean, she just hangs out with them.
Well, if the puppies were to be too rambunctious and get near Tucker, she goes real fast.
Yeah.
And they just back up.
Yep.
But there's usually never any drama between them. It's Tucker's one of the boys.
Yep.
But Tucker's a girl.
And so it's Holly. But yeah, Tucker's one of the dog members there. And it's so funny. It is so funny.
Now, what?
I was just saying, you could go out right now if they're laying on that front porch. Tucker's going to be on that rocking chair in between them.
I have to be real discreet when I go down to the old barn, because it has that big sliding door. And so I slide it back behind me because Pink's most of the time she's in there. Well, if the boys follow me, they want to be where I am. They take that door with their nose and they slide it open.
They will.
And they come on in the barn. So I have to be careful and be sneaky about going to the barn, because Pink's scared. She's just scared, not of people, but of dogs.
Yeah, she don't like dogs.
She wants to be by herself.
But Tucker could care less.
Tucker rides on the side by side. Tucker goes to the barn. Tucker does whatever Tucker wants. Right. And she no longer catches rides either. She don't ride in the truck anymore. She quit that. It's almost like she said, I got dropped off for a week. I gotta go.
Okay.
I just realized it's 8:30. We've been talking.
It's almost an hour.
Yeah, well,
almost an hour.
I just realized it was 8:30. I said I gotta go.
Yep.
Well, we got off track because this was supposed to be coffee talk.
We did talk while drinking coffee.
Well, I know,
so
but I drank all my coffee.
It is.
We'll have to start bringing the pot on Saturdays. Okay. So how do y'all like your coffee? That's opening a can of worms.
You probably are opening a can of worms. Everybody likes it different. That's one thing that, like, you drink yours with cream and sugar, and I've got now where I drink mine with just sugar. But the other day when I visited Ryan, he made me a dark roast, and it was delicious, and it was with nothing. It was absolutely nothing in it, and it was really, 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 really good.
I wish that I could drink black coffee. I've tried because I know it's good for you, and I certainly don't need the extra cream and sugar, but I can't get used to it. I can't make myself drink it. My daddy always drank black coffee.
Black coffee.
You remember that? Drink black coffee in a little styrofoam cup at the funeral home.
Yep.
So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on black coffee.
It is.
But I'm not going to be successful.
Well, you might.
Well, if you have that attitude in, then you're not going to succeed.
What you could do is I don't know how much you put in there, but say you put 2 cream, 2 sugar, 2 scoops.
Well, you know what I do?
What?
If I made it too light, then I go and add more immediately.
But what you could do is say if you did 2 cream, 2 sugar, then you could do 1.5 cream and 1.5 sugar for several days, and then get down to 1 cream and 1 sugar for several days, and you would adjust. Not going just straight cold turkey.
I love my coffee.
Yeah.
I love my coffee. And I didn't start drinking coffee until... Was Mary Carl born? I don't think I drank coffee when Mary Carl was born. I don't think I did, because Mary Carl would drink a little cup of coffee with you, and I did not. So y'all haven't been drinking coffee long. Just 10 years or so.
Yeah.
Probably. But I don't know why I was missing out my whole life. I've been missing out on coffee because I really enjoy a good cup of coffee.
Yep.
I'm not a fan of these drive-throughs, no names said, because I don't taste the coffee. All I taste is the extra, the sugar, and it makes me sick.
It does.
It makes me want to throw up.
Yeah, it's pretty sugar.
And my mama does the same thing. Not to say I don't like the way it tastes.
Yeah.
I love the way it tastes.
Right.
But afterwards, I want to throw up.
Yeah. It's the sugar is what gets me.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
There's a new little drive-through thing that has these good bagels here in Clanton, and Mary Carlo get me to go through there from time to time to get her something, and they make chocolate milk there. I don't know. I guess I take white milk and add some chocolate to it, but I never get a coffee, even though it's
you could get a regular one though. You don't have to get one of those fancy ones.
My brain don't work like that though. I'm at a specialty coffee shop. I'm supposed to drink it all dolled up, but I don't ever get it because I know it's going to make me not feel good. It's going to make me sick.
Yeah.
So you just gave me an idea. You could get a plain coffee.
Just get a plain one.
Forget about that.
Yeah.
But they even make plain coffee. I asked
her. Or we'll make you some of this and put in your travel cup, and you can go get Mary
Well,
Carla.
that's normally what I do. I've already had a cup.
Yeah.
Because I take it with me.
Right.
And I don't need it by the time I get there. But you want to keep talking? Because I really don't want to go out.
It's hot, ain't it?
It is hot.
Hot and humid.
And I'm sweating from my coffee.
Yeah. It's already hot up here. Or warm up here. I had cut the air conditioner up this morning.
And Arlo sleeps late, in case y'all wanted to know. We have to wake Arlo up every morning. Arlo sleeps in Mary Carl's room, and we have to wake him up. You reckon he's awake?
No. I bet he's laying in that bed.
We have to make him get up. He wants to sleep in every morning.
He does.
So I guess we better go.
We'll better go. And
y'all reach out to Ryan by ordering coffee. Keep him busy. He has nothing to do.
I know. He wasn't on here long.
He has nothing to do. So y'all make him go roast some beans. I wish I could take y'all with us in there because it's really cool.
Well, I did in the video.
I know, but the aroma and the whole.
Well, I will say this before we go. It doesn't smell like a coffee house. That's what I thought it was going to smell like.
No, it doesn't.
Coffee house, but it doesn't. It smells more like a bakery because he's roasting coffee. It's not. He's not brewing coffee, and it's two totally different things. So, yeah, it was definitely different for sure.
It blew my mind to see a green coffee bean.
Yeah.
Because I know that coffee beans aren't brown when they come off the tree.
Yeah.
But in my mind, it wasn't a coffee bean
that
I was seeing. So that process was amazing.
It is amazing
to see him take that green raw product, put it in that amazing roaster that's powered by gas that has a hot flame that you can visibly see. And he said, "Don't touch that because it's where the beans come out." And about that time he touched it and he threw it back down because it was too hot. I mean, they're really roasted right there.
He does. And I don't think I said it in the video, but there's no timer or anything like that. He knows by
hearing that
smell.
pop.
He uses all the senses. He smells, he hears, and he sees. And that's how he knows when it's ready to to come off because he says if it's on there 45 seconds longer,
It would
it
burn.
goes from one roast to a darker roast.
Really?
Yeah. Up to
Huh. I didn't know that's how that happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the longer it's in there, the darker the roast, and the
Well,
stronger.
see, I had to go get my
flavor.
teeth cleaned while y'all were
Right.
doing the coffee
Mhm.
thing, so I missed a lot of it.
Yep.
I did say, I wonder what the green coffee would taste like. And he said, "Oh, you don't want to drink
that.
you don't want to drink that." And he's
Yep.
still there.
There he is.
Okay.
Oh, he said he had to bring the boss lady back to help today.
Well, so
that's a good thing.
Show that coffee again.
That's a
Y'all
good thing.
keep this boss lady busy.
That's right.
She has nothing to do. It's a Saturday, and there's nothing to do on a Saturday but roast coffee.
Me.
So y'all keep her busy. Order some coffee. You can order it ground or whole bean and ship to your front door. And it's really a good price compared to what I have found that the price of a premium roast coffee is.
Yep, it is, and it's a lot involved in it, but I just can't thank you guys enough. I really can't. I can't thank you guys enough for the support.
It's kind of like the honey process.
Yeah,
it's extensive.
Yeah, it is.
And you don't realize how much is involved until you actually see it being done.
Right.
So let's keep Ryan busy.
Also, let us know if you like the Saturday morning coffee with Coghill live. Let us know that. This is also another thing we're just kind of tinkering around with. So let us know how you like this.
Because I'm kind of worried that I'm going to run out of things to talk about.
I don't think so.
That was a joke.
Well, guys, I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend and an amazing Saturday. And as always,
did y'all hear Loretta?
Did she? Did you hear?
No,
okay. Y'all be good.